Now it's time for the Michelle Dawn Mooney Show.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday night. Happy past the hump day mark, because we're a little bit past the hump day mark because it's Wednesday night. So happy you could join me tonight. I am very, very excited. See this? I'm very excited about our guest, but I'm having a little battle with my hair. I'm just going to put that out there. So from my days of news anchoring, it was one of those things where I never moved my head too much. So you only see this, but if you move it that way, it's a little scary. That's not, see this? Yeah, this one hair. So forgive me if I get a little, it's always one hair. So if you see it, tell me about it, because it's annoying me. Hopefully it's not as annoying to you as it is to me. So I'm so happy to have you here. I can't tell you how excited I am for our guest tonight. It will be celebrity chef Robert Irvine, who will be joining me in just a few minutes. I had a chance to sit down with him earlier because, as you will hear, he is just the man on the move. As long as I've known him, he has been like that, even more so the last couple of years, but can't wait for you to hear what he has to say. And I also want to push next week now, because next week is our Father's Day episode. And I can't tell you how fortunate I feel I am to have the story that I'm going to share with you. I have a double interview, a father and son, and they are doing things in their field that are amazing. And they had the chance to come together on a very big project. That's all I'll say at this time, but it's fantastic. It's such a great story. It has all the feels for Father's Day, and it's really interesting, and I think you're going to be wowed. So I can't wait for you to meet my guests next week. And that reminds me, I will tell you there's a movie slant. That's all I'm going to say. So that brings me back to the last 2 weeks. I know you're like, Michelle, you're like a broken record. Top Gun Maverick. Can we get enough? No. We can't get enough because it's just that good. I have people asking me all the time. They're like, should I take the kids? Should I do? It's a family film. It's PG-13. There's no risque scenes. I know there might be a few words in there, but it's such a good story. A little deep depending on the age of kids, because there is a deep storyline. If you saw Top Gun 1, you know that there is a death and there's another death in here. But anyway, aside from that, it's just a fantastic film. So guess what? It is movie night on Friday. So if you've not seen it, please, please go see it. It really is fantastic. So that's all I'm going to say. And it's just doing so well at the box office. So I've been a fan. I know I've been talking about it for 2 weeks, but I can't stop talking about it. So hopefully if you haven't gone to see it, you will go to see it soon. So I want to get right to my guest, celebrity chef Robert Irvine, tonight, because he's a friend of mine. He's so accomplished. And as you'll hear, he has his hands in a few things, some that I didn't even know about until we were doing the interview and we talked about it. But he has some really exciting things in the mix and some really cool things on how you can take part and help him achieve something. See that here? Help him achieve something that is pretty awesome. So here you go. Here's my interview with celebrity chef Robert Irvine. I always love when my friend, celebrity chef Robert Irvine, is able to stop by. He only has a few minutes because he is a very, very busy man who has a few really cool things happening, and I can't wait for you to hear. So without further ado, happy to bring on my buddy, Chef Robert Irvine. Hi, Robert.
Hey, what's up?
So I know the clock is ticking, but I have to start with this because as we're talking, you just returned from a really amazing experience, which is going to tie into what we're about to talk about. Can you tell everybody where you were?
I just literally got off a plane from Scotland and then jumped on a plane to Michigan. For the last 4 days, I've been with 1,000 Coalition Wounded doing what we call the Catamaran Yomp, which is a 56-mile rugged terrain yomp, we call it in England, across the Scottish Highlands. Crazy.
Wonderful. And I know, obviously, because I've known you for years now, I know how passionate you are about our military. So first things first, the Robert Irvine Foundation, which there's so much to get to in this very small amount of time, but you are so connected to wanting to help our military and first responders. And there's something really cool that you have called American Heroes, not everywhere, but more states are being added. So tell us what it's all about, American Heroes.
Well, American Heroes was a concept I thought about years ago, a sandwich, basically. There's five hot sandwiches, five cold sandwiches, put into somebody else's restaurant, ghost kitchens, if you like. And all the money we raise there goes towards our foundation to help those in need. Not only our men and women that wear the cloth foundation, but also our first responders to help them also. So it's pretty cool. Yes, we started off. I think today we have 16 locations and growing. So it was launched a couple of weeks ago. So very happy with what we got. And again, it's money for a foundation, not for myself. So when you buy a sandwich, whether it be a Italian sub, whatever, the money goes to a foundation to do something good. So
Now, can people put in for their state if their state's not on there? I mean, how do we rally to get American Heroes in all states?
yeah, great question. They're picking the states based on locales, obviously, and the restaurants within those states. I would have to get you that information because I don't know it. I've just literally got off a plane. So I will
I'll
get Justin.
research. I'll help you out. I'll use my reporting skills and do a little research there. But hey, we need to have American Heroes in all the states so we can eat those sandwiches and raise that money. So speaking of trying to rally to get your state or rally for a vote, this is pretty awesome. And I know you're very humble, and this is probably going to be embarrassing a little bit, but I am definitely going to put it out here. So you, my friend, have been nominated for the 4th annual Critics' Choice Real TV Awards Male Star of the Year. Yes, that's definitely applause worthy. How does that make you feel?
I am humbled and I am embarrassed. Funny enough, it's good. Listen, I don't think I've got a chance in heck to win it, but just to be nominated with a group of people that are in that is awe-inspiring. And the show Restaurant Impossible was nominated for Business Show of the Year.
Wow.
So we'll wait and see. I don't get excited about it because I'm not all about accolades. I'm not. I'm about helping people. So if it happens, great. It just gives me another platform to work on. But we'll see.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have all the information in the show notes. And of course, you can go. We'll have all that information where you can vote because the more votes we get in for Robert, the better chance we have for him to be Male Star of the Year. So let's talk about, you talked about Dinner Impossible, Restaurant Impossible. Everybody, they're such big fans. How is that going? The last time we talked, you were just kind of really coming back from you having COVID, from COVID shutting a lot of things down. Are you full steam ahead now with the shows?
I'm actually, yeah, we're not stopping. We have not stopped through COVID, and I'm shooting a show here in Michigan tomorrow. I don't know where it is or what it is, and I'm in Vegas, then back to Michigan for another show, then San Antonio, then Poland, Romania, Spain, and Germany right after that. So, yeah, the show is it's a tremendous show. It really is real life and helping people. So for me, that I hope it never stops. Right now, Food Network doesn't want it to stop, so I'm good. But we're working on a lot of other shows, bringing back the Irvine Taffer and a few other things that we've got working. But listen, as long as they keep me busy, I don't care.
Well, you never stop. So let me just ask you that. How do you keep track? Do you? I mean, you don't even, how can you keep track of where you are from day to day and hour to
I,
hour?
I will. I will tell you, it's becoming more and more. We've been on the road 345 days a year for the last 10 years. So literally, I have a travel document every day that Ryan, my assistant, that gives me, so I know what I'm doing because it's literally. I couldn't walk getting onto a plane last night in Scotland, literally because the muscles are stiffening up from. I'm a little bit better. At least I could walk off the plane today. Um, but it's great. I mean, I love to be busy. I don't love to sit at home. I love a beautiful home, but I don't love to sit in it. I'd rather be out there doing things, TV, military, our first responder, just doing things that make a difference.
Yeah. And you certainly do. And just getting off the plane from Scotland with an amazing group of vets and wounded warriors. And I know your heart, and I'm so proud of you, not only for what you've achieved, but what you do with that. It's really awesome to see just how much you give back. Right before we let you go, let's talk about Irvine Spirits, because that's another way to kick back to the Robert Irvine Foundation, and not bad for the summer cocktails. So not necessarily available everywhere again. And I'm hoping we can push for that as well. So can we put our votes in there as well?
You can actually. We have a big event coming up on the Mushelo in Philadelphia in a
Ooh.
couple of weeks. Again, I can't give you the dates because I'm brain dead right now through travel. But yeah, listen, we're working to get. I think we have 42 states right now. Again, I can get you that information. And I'm sorry I don't have it, but
Don't
again,
apologize.
um, again, the idea of Irvine Spirits is to sell a spirit, to give us money, to give back to somebody else. So whether it be Fit Crunch, whether it be Irvine Spirits, Boardroom, or our food line, Robert Irvine Foods, and now we have a clothing line. So all those things, all those things you'll see do good things. You know, we're about to do a big golf tournament in San Antonio, Texas, which is our third annual golf tournament, which I'm really excited about. I don't know, Michelle, you've known me for many years. I've known you for many years. And you say you're proud of me, but I'm prouder of you because you've done something different from a little NBC 40 studio. And now look at you. So I think the world is about, and I've changed. Oh, my goodness. I've changed so much since I was in Atlantic City. And I think the world's done that in age. And all I want to do is take what we have as a platform and give back to those that need it. But at Atlantic City, I'm still waiting for my restaurant there. But
From your
you
lips
need to
to
shake some
God's
trees
ears.
there.
Right. Well, we've got a lot of voting to do, people. We've got to get very busy with getting a lot of things done for Robert. American Heroes, Irvine Spirits, and of course the restaurant in Atlantic City. I will take that any day. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you, especially knowing what a grueling couple of days. But once again, your heart pushes you farther than everything else, because it's all for a great cause. And I can't wait for the Philadelphia event and to hear more of what's coming on with all of the new places that we'll be adding on to American Heroes and Irvine Spirits. And get your votes out. I believe voting ends Friday. We'll double check that. But 4th Annual Critics' Choice Real TV Awards Male Star of the Year. It could be celebrity chef Robert Irvine.
Well,
so exciting.
Fingers crossed, but I don't think so. Listen, I'm real. I'm real. When you've got some amazing talent in there, and you can see it on the list, I'm just happy to be nominated.
You are with some pretty big names. You've got Stanley Tucci, you've got RuPaul, and my brain escapes the last few, but good company, amazing company. So just that in and of itself. But once again, thank you, Robert. Love what you're doing. Love your heart, and get some rest if you can.
Oh, I'm going to. I've got to work tomorrow.
And he is such a trooper. I actually did not know until we did that interview that he had just landed that afternoon. So I thank him again for joining me, because as he said, Robert and I have been friends for many years. And every time that I want to interview him or have him talk about the amazing things that he's involved in, I have to schedule it with his people, because as you heard, he literally doesn't know from day to day. And I'll reach out and he'll say, Michelle, can you please ask so-and-so, because they literally have to give him a page and tell him this is what you're going to do today. So love having him on. Always great to hear what he's up to. And as I said, I am just so marveled by how much he has been able to do with his platform and some really exciting things. So let's get to it. A few things from that interview that I want to give you a little bit more information, because I said I would. We've got a lot of things. We've got a lot of help. For all those Robert fans out there, first of all, you can vote for the Critics' Choice Real TV Male Star of the Year. He is in a group of, listen to this, Stanley Tucci, Trevor Noah, Jeff Goldblum, RuPaul, and Phil Rosenthal. And then, of course, Chef Robert Irvine. So we will have the link in the show notes. You can vote. And voting, I believe, ends Friday. I'm going to double check, but we will have that in the show notes as well. So That's the first thing. We will also have the link to American Heroes. What a great concept. And once again, giving back to the Robert Irvine Foundation and Irvine Spirits. You can check out about that. Plus, he's got his Fit Crunch bars, and that goes back to the Robert Irvine Foundation. And he's got clothing apparel now. This guy, he's crazy. He's just in everything. So thank you again, Robert, for coming on and give me a few minutes. And he wasn't lying. He is just nonstop. And then I think he was going to get a couple of hours sleep and then back at it for, I believe, Restaurant Impossible with another shooting. They're filming there in Michigan. So great to hear from him and really exciting stuff. So I'd like to every show have what I want to call a Make a Difference Minute, and just a way to let people know about an organization that they may be interested in, maybe they can benefit from, maybe they would like to help out. So tonight I thought it would be fitting to have the Robert Irvine Foundation. So I want to show you a little bit about what Robert does through pictures. He mentioned a golf tournament and a lot of other things that he's involved in. So take a look. Pretty cool, huh? So just a glimpse of the Robert Irvine Foundation. And I want to read just a small portion of their statement that Robert has on his website. And once again, he really does mean that he wants to just use his platform to give back. And that's what the core of the foundation is, to give back as much as possible. So if you were not familiar with the Robert Irvine Foundation, he did talk about it briefly in there. You could probably get a gist of what it's about. But military personnel, families, veterans, Gold Star families, families that have lost a military loved one, as well as first responders and those in need. He does so much. But part of the mission, and I think this is so cool that I just wanted to read you just a portion of this. Our goal is to bridge the gap of our nation and the community we serve by creating awareness of the sacrifices made by our military personnel, first responders, and their families, and in turn inspire others to appreciate and support the men and women defending our freedom at home and abroad. So you can visit robertirvinefoundation.com. Sorry about that. So I want to, before we leave, give you a fabulous little recipe. And I actually didn't know until we were getting ready to start the show that there was a holiday coming up. And you know, I love my holidays. I love my silly holidays. And if you follow my page, Michelle Dawn Mooney, you will see that I like to celebrate everything. Donut Day. I mean, there's a day for everything. And shouldn't we try to find a reason to celebrate every day, right? Because every day is a gift and we take so much for granted. So I am huge into the holidays. So Sunday is National Peanut Butter Cookie Day. Whoa, I wish I had the sound effect, but whoa. So I'm a huge peanut butter fan. I have a tree nut allergy. Tree nuts will kill me, but peanuts, thank the Lord, I can have, because I don't know if our marriage would last with my husband because he loves peanut butter. He loves Reese's Pieces peanut butter cups, and seriously, that would be hard. But I want to share this recipe with you because it is so simple. Look, I wrote it down because I didn't have time to make a graphic or anything because I just found out about this. But it's so simple. This is what it is. You ready? It's a cup of peanut butter, a cup of sugar, and an egg. This is fancy, right? Real classy here. So I at least wanted you to have a visual. Basically, you mix, you roll, there you go, and you bake. 375, I'd say 8 to 12 minutes. Just watch until they're just brown around the edges. Let them sit for a minute or two because they will completely fall apart if they're not cooled. But when they cool, they'll get like chewy. If you want them crispy, then bake them till they're a little bit more brown. But browner, more brown. Let's just move on from that. bake them a little bit longer until there's more brown on the top. But when I tell you I would make these for family, friends, take them into work, I never had so many visitors at my desk when I would bring these cookies and like, hey, Michelle, how you doing? And then cookie gone, cookie gone, cookie gone. I'm like, everybody's so friendly. They're just so nice and want to talk to me today. No, they just wanted the cookies. So if you use that recipe, please let me know. It's fantastic. And there's no flour. It's almost like a magic trick. It's like, how does that even work? Just peanut butter, sugar, and an egg. But it's fantastic. You want to add some chocolate chips? So good. And crunchy peanut butter if you want the little chunks of peanuts in the cookie. So National Peanut Butter Day. You can enjoy that recipe. It's very easy, but I will post it on my page as well. And if you'd like more content, you can, of course, go to the website, michelledawnmooney.com. Once again, a shout out to my pal, celebrity chef Robert Irvine. Please, please, please go and vote. We will have the link in the show notes, but get those votes out there. I found out that it is June 10th. That is the deadline, 5 p.m. Pacific time, so 8 p.m. Eastern time. Get those votes out there and help him win Male Star of the Year for Real TV Critics' Choice Awards. I think that's it, but some of the words may be in different order, but you know what I mean. All right, thanks so much for joining me, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this. Please remember to check out next week our special Father's Day episode and a father-son duo. I will tell you, they work in Hollywood and they have really cool jobs. So that's all I'm going to say. That's going to do it for me tonight. Hope you enjoyed this. It was great having you take part, and I hope you come back next week. We will see you soon.
Want more MDM content? For more fun and exciting interviews, visit MichelleDawnMooney.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.